Hi everybody, welcome to With Love by Carrie. Today I wanted to show you how to sneak around uploading images into Silhouette and be able to design a cut file that you wouldn't normally be able to do from like a coloring book picture. Because in all my other videos I would say go to Google and get a cut file from a coloring book picture, because then it would be very easy to trace and cut, trace and then detach everything and then have pieces. So I found this image on Google and I just thought it was really adorable. So I wanted to show you that this actual piece you would probably not be able to get a good cut file from, because of all the color tones. So I will show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to go to the trace window and I'm going to select trace area and I'm going to go around the picture. And we do have some good cut lines, but not really. Like right in here, that wouldn't be a very good cut line. You're missing some of it on the top. Sometimes if you enlarge the area, you may be able to get some more in there. Let's see if that works. I don't know why, but sometimes it does work, but this time it's not. Okay, so let's see if we up the threshold a little bit and see what happens. Now we've got so much going on, and it would just take forever to trace this picture. Okay, so let's close this. So what I did was I printed this picture out. So all I did was go to the print, I hit print, and I printed it. And the grays, when it came out, I took a Papermate flare marker in black. You could take a Sharpie, anything black, and highlight the outlines that you want to be the outlines on your cut file. So for instance, I scanned it in, and now I am going to import the PDF file that I picked. So let's say I want to open, and it's on my desktop, and it's a PDF, and now I'm not sure which one it is. It's this one, because the picture came up. Okay, so then I'm going to double click that, and it'll open up to a new window. I'll just give it a second. I've got so much in this computer. I've been working so hard lately, and that's why I apologize. I haven't been around making videos. Okay, so here's what I traced. So now what I want to do is I want to import it into the system, into Silhouette. So we could import it as a vector or a image. Let's import it as a an image. Import, and there you go. Now you have all of my black lines. Let me just grab this. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd he go? Oh, this one. Okay, let's grab him. I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to bring him over to this one. And you can see the difference as to the lines and how they're more visible, and they'll be able to be detected a lot easier. I didn't go and grab every single hair of this child's, like all these little pieces. I didn't highlight it on my traces, because those would be really hard when you do your cutout to have that flying all over the place, because I usually make these into centerpieces. So let's open up our trace window and let's trace him. Go around and trace. Now you see where everything really is, and I could define it just a little bit more, and that's good, because I don't want this cloud, and I certainly don't want this one, because as you can see, I took my marker and I actually drew over the cloud because I didn't want that cloud on the top. Okay, so let's trace, and now I'm going to pull this one away. And if you could see, I still have a little bit of the cloud up here and some hairs, but I'm going to get rid of them anyway. So let's enlarge this. And now, see this, I didn't highlight this. Where's my picture? And bring this forward. I didn't highlight this, but since it was in black, it already came up. So we could get rid of all of this, and I'll show you how to go about doing some of it, and then you'll have to go on, because this is going to take me forever to clean up. So let's release the compound path, and once you do this, don't get scared, because it's going to be a lot of pieces, and we're going to get rid of a lot of them. Okay, so to start off, let's get rid of this leaf. I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm going to just hit delete on my computer. So this way it looks a little neater, and you're not going to get scared with all this excess pieces from all over the place. Okay. And we can get rid of that. And we get rid of this piece of hair. And that. Some pieces, you know, you might want, whoops. See? Don't worry about it. Once you move something, you just hit the back arrow right here, and it'll undo what you just did. Let's get rid of that. I want to get rid of this cloud because I don't like it. I don't want to add that on there. And I want to get rid of all this. So let's start with that. And don't forget, I have a safety pin back here. So we have to try to keep that safety pin. We'll enlarge. Okay, so we don't need the ER, and we don't need this, and I don't need this dot, and this is the safety pin. Now, does that look like a safety pin? No, but we're going to make it look like one. So let me just grab the photograph, take a look, see. All it is a round loopity kind of, looks like if you turned it around a little bit, it would look like a C, a bubble letter C. So that's what we need to make this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all these little pieces in the middle. I'm going to leave this big one. And you'll see why. Alright. So now we're going to double click on it. And now you have all your nodes where we could shape this into the shape that we need it. And I did explain a little bit about how to do this in other videos. All it is manipulating everything. And if you see how, if you just watch, you'll see what I'm doing. The blue dot squares, whatever we want to call them, I'm going to enlarge it just a little bit more so you can see what I'm talking about. Double click it again. These blues will help you shape it. This node is just the point of cut. These black nodes are where the silhouette knows where to cut, and it brings it into the right direction of what it's doing. So once we click on one and we don't like the shape that it's in, we just grab it and it'll move it. And then if you move it up the middle part, you could move, if you hit the middle, you can move the node. If you hit the blue, it will enlarge. Or it could make it really small. And it will make it do a corner. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to make this more round. So you have to work them a little bit to make them into the right position that you want. Okay, we're getting to that point. And this is why I'm saying I'm not going to do the whole picture for you because I could be here for hours with you. I usually start them, then put them away for a little while because my eyes start to get crazy. And then I keep going. Now, this one is completely in the wrong direction. And I want to smooth it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit smooth. And it moved it for me automatically. If you feel so inclined to do it that way. And here we go again. We'll smooth it. It helps just to put it in the right direction. Alright, so this would be the top of your safety pin. Now still, it's not exactly the way the picture is, but again, now this is your artwork. It's not the artwork that you saw online. So you could keep manipulating it to the way that you want. I really like the way it almost closes. Let's see. See, I just added a node. Now I'm going to bring that little circle in a little. And now I want to bring this into the center so it helps me a little. Okay. Now I think I like that shape a little more so. But this outline doesn't look good. So let's double click the outline. And we want to get rid of this piece, and that piece. So when I click on a node, you're going to notice that there's a red line that follows it. And whichever way that red line is the direction that the nodes will automatically delete when you're hitting the delete point. So let's see. This one's going back this way. I don't want to go back this way. So let's go here. And now you'll see that the red line is going in this direction. So I want to delete that node and that one. And that one, and I'm just going to keep deleting, and you're going to see, oh my god, the line is going straight through. Oh boy. Now we're going to click in the middle. Now I have an arrow, and now to know that you have contact and you're able to drag a line and add a node, you'll notice that this little tiny arrow and line up here. So we're going to click, left click, on the line and you'll have new node. Have a new node. Blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to just outline what you just did. Well, that's pretty good. Let's round that off a little bit. And there you go. So now it's not outlined. I don't like the way it looks over here, so let's double click it again and bring it down. Click on that node, and I want it a little bit more round. There you go. So now we have it all perfect. And this would be a piece of the metal part of your diaper pin, and it's not straight. But if you notice, this is not the direction I want to go in. So let's start from the bottom to make it straight. And I'm going to make it a little wider. Change that. Get rid of that node because I don't like it anymore. There you go. So that's that one. I mean, I'm not doing it very neat right now, but you're getting the gist of what I'm doing. So we need to make this another one. Now this is going into the diaper, so we don't want to fill that spot in. And as I go along, normally I will color everything so that I know that I've done it and it looks pretty good. And then I could always go back and change more. Okay, so if I colored this in, okay, because this is a little boy, so we'll color it in the light blue, color that in light gray because it's the metal, and that light gray. And this would be the center of the safety pin, so it'll be cut out. I just want to bring it down a little bit. And under here, right here, this is the diaper. So let me go back down a little bit. We'll make this smaller. Now we have to fix this part of the diaper pin. And all it is it looks like a half a circle and a dot. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get rid of the inside part, and we're just going to make this the bottom part of your diaper. Now, less is more. You don't need every single piece that you see. You could change it up. Instead of having detail on any of your pieces that you've made copies of, you could use decorative paper, you know, depending on what the material you're using. If you're using vinyl, you could get the pattern vinyls. You could print pattern paper. You could run the paper through an embossing folder to make it a different texture instead of using a pattern. Like, for instance, like, say you had Minnie Mouse's bow and you didn't want to do the circles. You could always do a pattern paper. I'll show you another one that I have done. So let's see. So now you can see that the diaper pin, what it looks like. Now let's move it away so that you can see the original. This was the original diaper pin right there. Right here. And you can see what mine looks like now. And when you're cutting this out, they're going to be a lot of pieces. So that's why I always cut out my pieces 2 feet high. So that's this one. I started doing, let's see if I could find open, go back to my, excuse my photos, go into my files, and I'm going to do my elephant, oops, spell, my elephant with a bow, elephant, I think this is the right one. Right. Okay. See, this was another one that I had photocopied. I took the picture off the internet, and then I printed it, and then I drew my own circles, my own everything. Now, instead of it being circles on here, let me get my other one up that I just did. Open. I did a teddy bear with a star. With wings. Where's my teddy bear with a star? Let me see if it's in my recents. Oh, what happened to my teddy bear with a star? Let's see. Anyway, snapped a picture. Let's see if I put in a star. Bear with star. Oh, I didn't put Teddy. Okay. You gotta remember your own file names. Okay. See, this is what I took it from. Alright, so this one had stars already on it. So what I did was I actually had light blue paper with stars or dots, and I used that instead of actually cutting out little tiny stars. Because you could sit here and have all these cut out and then put inserts of white with black outlines if you really wanted to. Or you could actually just cut out a whole bunch of stars and put them right on top of the blue. There's so many different ways of doing it if you wanted to. So this is what my outcome came out like with this one. Now, if you give me 1 second, let me see if I can find it. Nope, not there. Let me go to my photos. And because I don't know how to switch things around so that you could actually see me at this point. I have so many photos. Where's my phone? Is it in this one? Oh my god, I should have pulled it up prior to... I didn't have a miscellaneous. Oh boy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. Let's see if I put it in select, invert, view. Where's my view? View. And then I want to sort by a date. Because I know I just put it in my computer. I've got so many photos in here. That's not it. Can't find it. Well, maybe it's in... No. Oh, that's not nice. What was I thought? Maybe I put it in my unknowns. Oh, it could be in here. Hold on. Let's see. Sort by date. There we go. It's in this. Okey-dokey. There we go. Give it 1 minute and you'll see what the teddy bear looked like. There we go. So that's what he came out looking like. There we go. Because I used I used blue paper with stars, so I didn't need to have it all cut out. I hope everybody understands what I'm talking about. And he is about 20 inches high by approximately 20 inches wide because he was pretty square. And then I added the balloons to the back of the base. This is a wood base. All I did was go to Home Depot and had a 5x6, and I asked them to cut it in squares for me. So I said just cut them 5 inches, 5 inches, 5 inches. So I got a whole bunch of bases out of that. And then I just paint them and drill a hole in the center and I put my centerpieces in them. And now you could paint the vases anytime, any color you'd like to match. But I do mine basically white so that it doesn't interfere with the actual item that I've done. Let's see. Okay, so I'll show you some other pieces that I had done. I did My Little Pony. I did these little girls, and all of these are done out of foam board. And I went to Joann's and I bought all the material and everything, and I added, instead of being a paper diaper, I put ruffles, I put an actual bow, I made real beads, I gave her little earrings and rhinestones. Let's see if I have a close-up. There's a close-up and a better picture, and I put rhinestones on her toes. Those are my carousel horses. Those are about 3.5 feet high. So you could figure that the horse is about 2.5 feet. Those went out. And those were my rugrats. They're all 2 feet high, and determining on how wide they are. And there's my Sesame Street. Let's see, let me go back one. I don't know why that came out like that, but that's my Sesame Street. I did all of them. And this is a little video of how I turn I do both sides, always. Always. If it's a centerpiece, how can somebody look at something that's not done on the back and it's all black? You have to do both sides. I don't understand how people don't. So, that's her. And that's all she wrote. So I just wanted to show you that you don't need to go crazy with detail on your items. For instance, with this one, nope, where are you? This one. All of this, in here, you don't have to go crazy. The foot, you want to make that one solid piece, so you just keep adding. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. I know I'm going pretty fast. I may not be making too much sense. This little piece doesn't have to be here. This little piece doesn't have to be here. So this is his foot, the inside foot, the foot that you're not going to see the whole part of. So you can manipulate this so that it looks the way you want it to look. You don't have to make it look anything like the photograph if you don't want it to. So I'm just going to reshape it and give the toe, there's your toe, and then I'm going to bring this one down because we want the toe to be looking like it's up there. And then I'm going to delete a whole bunch of nodes. Let's see, where am I going to need to delete them from? Here, and from here, and from here. There we go. And I'm going to bring this piece down. And I kind of want to make it curve a little because it is his foot and leg. We'll get rid of all these. And we're back to the toe, but I need to make it curve up so it looks like a child's foot. So here we go. There we go. And now it looks like his foot. So, I mean, you just have to manipulate the nodes, but the easy way of getting a photograph or an image from Google that you can't find a coloring book picture where it would make it a lot easier, again, what I was trying to show you is that you print it out, you take your Sharpie or Papermate or black marker with a fine tip and outline where you want your lines to be. Again, remember I told you that I didn't want this cloud. So I took it away. I just made his hairline go straight across and give him a little swooshy over here instead. So you understand what I'm talking about. Like, all this could go. Ah, look how neat that is. Now let's get rid of this one. Delete. There you go. You see how neat that looks now? That's why you clean it up to the best of your ability at first. and then you go from there. Let's delete that, and let's see. I'll color it in for you. I'll just show you what I'm talking about. Let's give him light brown hair. But see all these pieces right here that I added in here? We're going to make that a compound path. So when I do my background, that'll show up black. So let's just play. I moved that, so hold on a second. Let's go back a little bit. Let's play. I'll make that black. And you see how the hair looks a little bit more detailed because of all the lines that I've added in here. Sky's the limit. You could do whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Nobody is going to judge. Everybody's work is the same. Maybe I said that wrong in a certain aspect, but I mean, it's your artwork. Whatever you take off of that photo and you put into your design is yours. Now it's yours because you've changed it. And the cut file you're good with because you're going to enjoy it. Look how cute that toe looks now. Let's see, look. See, there's his toe. And then I got to just work on his toes. He's going to come out so cute in paper. Once I'm ready to cut him out, I'll come back and we'll actually sit and put them together. Alrighty, have a wonderful day and have a good night. Thank you for joining, and if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe.